It's happening right now. Here's the tail of the tape. 7th fight of the night, 8 strikes, 63.5 kilograms, of course the 4-ounce gloves. It is 3 3-minute rounds. Rio Johnson, Tristan Massabrio, the Iceman, he's in the orange corner. Johnson actually 7-0, 8-2 for the Iceman. It's an international, Italy against the UK. Ben Edwards is ready to go here momentarily to bring these fighters out. Which way will it go? A little bit of height advantage for the man from Genoa. But Clacton on C has answers, and will it be an answer in spades? We talked about the Royal Flush potentially being on the table tonight. Ben Johnson is ready. The co-main event of the evening here on 8 Strikes is next.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for our next bout of the evening, which is a 3-round special attraction in the 63.5 kilogram division. Introducing first to the ring, please welcome Rio Johnson.
My name's Rio Johnson. I'm making my 4-ounce debut. I've not watched too much on him. I've watched a little bit on him. I think he's got a similar style to me, except I just think I'm a better version of it. I don't see anything special about him, but I know he's game for a scrap, so it's gonna be a good one. I'm not just doing it for my sake, I'm doing it to make it better for everybody else, you know. It's gonna be violent, it's gonna be bloody, and it's gonna be exciting. Nobody is stopping me getting this win.
Seven Nation Army for Rio Johnson. That's what the talk's about. He comes forward in straight lines only. 7 fights, 7 wins, ISK English champ. The style that he had summarized as total aggression, total pressure. A cauldron of the perfect recipe tonight that will make him the perfect tenant, in his view, for this rule set. As you mentioned, Kieran Shanahan, it's going to be 4-ounce gloves with very little else to hold on to. There are no lifelines here. And as we also mentioned in the opening studio, his story has a heartfelt beat to it. Rio became a dad at 17. Before he said he had no idea what to do with his life. Built that life inside the gym, where his now 6-year-old watches him learn, work, and grow. Leading by example, Rio said, I made the gym my job, my home, and I'm living the dream all at once. Away from it all, you'd actually be a little bit surprised to know he's a bit of a nerd. Superhero, Star Wars, whatever your preference. But tonight, it's gonna be a saga of villain material. An early stoppage, according to Rio. We're about to find out as we walk his opponents in this first and historic 8 Strikes matchup.
And now entering the arena, the Iceman, Tristan Massabrio.
Did you feel that you were robbed last time you fought here? You should have won.
Yeah, I want to do better than the last time. I think I can do better. I have a fight camp in this fight. In the last one, I have only 1 week. I can do good.
Yeah.
And I hope we can do a good show.
And in this international co-main event, cue the Iceman from Genoa, Italy, Tristan Massabrio. He's known for being a little bit of a maverick inside the ring, a very fun and crowd-pleasing style. Indeed, becoming the WBC Italian champ. And once upon a time, 18th in the world. As Kieran mentioned, he was in the corner. In that March affair, Massabrio headlined this exact building against one of Britain's elites, Alfie Pierce. A razor-thin loss. It might have gone either way. 90 days later, he's back in business. And you know, he hasn't flown to London for sightseeing. It started in a garage in Genoa, boxing with his mates purely by chance. Fast forward a few years, co-main event in this 8 Strikes fight, Ben Edwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're all set to go with our next bout of the evening. 3 rounds in the 63.5 kilogram division. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner from Clapton-on-Sea. 14 fights, 7 wins, 7 defeats. Please welcome Rio Johnson. And his opponent fighting out of the orange corner. 10 fights, 8 wins, 2 defeats from Genoa in Italy. The Iceman, Tristan Mussobrio.
There's a lot to talk about here. English pressure, Italian supercar power. 4-ounce gloves though, 5-second clinch. If this new format needed a sales pitch, these two very well could be the prime candidates. There was respect yesterday, but tension in the face-off. And remember the count. If anyone goes down, it's 8 seconds, not 10. Both fighters start 0-0. We'll walk you through it as it happens. 1 point for the round winner. Indeed, a further point for each knockdown. There will be a score reveal if we hit the final round. For Mussobrio, indeed a strange brew of some pressure, he said, but really, actually, the limelight. The fans know me, he said, from last time, and they're going to remember me when I leave and upset this building. As we said, the small gloves changes the calculus. You've seen it in the global rules. We've seen it across different promotions. There are a couple of other unique factors here. 8 strikes is happening for the first time in history right now.
Here we go. The boys are having a play with the hands at the stare down, trying to get the dominate inside of each other, but now they can do it. So there we go with Rio's style. He leaps out of nowhere with a singular shot, and then you don't know if that's 1 or 20 shots that's going to land on you.
And there are 8 legal strikes: left and right punch, left and right elbow, left and right knee, left and right kick. 4 times 2. Good punches here and combinations on the return from Rio Johnson.
That was a fantastic checkup from Rio, but Tristan seemed to manage it fairly okay. Tying up, throwing some elbows. Has he cut Rio at the side of his head?
Mussobrio smiles, sticks his tongue out, says, let's go. Rio spins again. Again, forced to take such responsibilities from a young age. Technically proficient, has displayed prowess in the ring. Mussobrio nearly going airborne.
You gotta be so careful going backwards in these 4-ounce gloves. They are no joke. You need your stance to be strong when trading off with these. We've got blood coming from the eye of Rio Johnson over his right eyebrow. Oh, big shots thrown from Tristan.
There's a good couple of slips there from Rio Johnson. Mussobrio, though, can fight that traditional Thai style. It's a spinning back elbow. Johnson does not look to be playing for overtime right now, no. Kieran.
Neither lads are going to get paid for overtime, and they're both showing that they don't want to be in there a second longer than they need to be. So we see Tristan coming with them elbows, as I was saying from the last fight with Alfie. He leap in with them and slice 2, 3, or 4 in a row.
Mussobrio, very relaxed, very confident. We saw the stare down. It was quite an intense stare down yesterday, and there really didn't seem to be any substitutions when they went to the center just now.
They know exactly what they've come here to do today. They want to make an impression and want to stamp their mark on 8 strikes.
Again, fully limited clinch. 1 knee, as many elbows as you like for 5 seconds. There's a lot of things that can play out here. More pressure here from Mussobrio. Forward footwork. Good exit. That was a lovely series of footwork. And of course, obviously, as the elbows come in from both camps, there is danger at every twist and turn.
4 rounds, 8 strikes is basically like fighting with 4 elbows. I've always said it. When you put them 4-ounce gloves on, they harden your knuckles. So when you're piercing a jab, they feel it 10 times more. What I'd like to see is Tristan utilize his straight punches a bit more with that slight bit reach advantage.
Mussobrio Half steps forward, staying orthodox. Big spin again from Rio. The jab missed. He stepped in and charged up the spinning back elbow. Yeah, neither fighter really warming up or easing into this fight would be my verdict so far, Kieran.
We've had 2 first rounds that are unbelievable. We've had the Lies and Harry first round, and now we have these 2 gladiators going at each other. You can see it here. Every move is calculated to set up for devastation. Rio going for the spin and Tristan there ready to slice his head even while he's spinning.
A mistake to try and knock it out of the park so many times. I mean, I feel like Masabryo is the slightly more composed, sewn-up technical fighter, but Johnson has that one-shot ending power at this weight. I mean, too much too soon from Johnson, or the right tactics, just wait for it to land?
I think he needs to be more aware of the dangers Tristan has. Tristan is, he's dangerous at any moment, and we've seen that firsthand. So if Rio wants to leap in, that's a big cut. That's a big cut. But if we want to see a clean Rio, he needs to be in and out like what he usually does. Don't trade a war so much, because that can be to his detriment.
Rio Johnson is cut very badly. I'm not sure what that came from. It's almost an innocuous cut, one we really didn't see during the highlights, but we are set for 2 of 3. Very briefly, the score. We don't know, obviously, but your verdict?
With the effect and the cut, I'd say 1-0 to Tristan because of the effect and the cut.
Good pop here from the jab. 1-2 comes back from Rio Johnson. Looks for the hook. There's forward pressure. There is a test for the center of the squared circle, and around the ropes they dance continually as Rio Johnson looks to unload.
I must say, when they get close to each other, it's like watching knives flying in the air. It's like they don't operate in punching combos in close. It's just tuck the hands to the armpits and let them swing.
Johnson trying to play against the volume guy here, and at the end of the day, it's that footwork that might set up one of those spectacular techniques which do score. The judges are looking for it. Quick reminder in order, we're looking for damage, number of knockdowns, of course. The clean strikes landed, aggression, and ring generalship. All of it matters here in 8 strikes. And leaving nothing to chance is Masabryo as he continues to dissect this operation.
What you'll find Rio is very good at, when they get close into that clinch position, what he will instantly turn his opponents, pulling them, almost dragging them to the floor, like we saw in round 1. Big body shot from Rio Johnson. Did that hurt the Italian?
Out of BKK, of course, a gym known for MMA, boxing, Thai, BJJ. Had a lot of notice for this fight. Johnson said, I've had one of the best camps because I knew the challenge. But Masabryo has come to do business. I mean, he is more aggressive, dare I say, than I saw in the last fight. But it would make sense given the change of rules in the playing field.
When you put them 4-ounce gloves on, it's a different ball game. But we've seen similar styles to it with the boxing gloves tonight, which has been nice. That front foot pace, heavy boxing. Oh, that body shot. I think that hurt Tristan.
Rio Johnson had some magic to the breadbasket. It was a clock to the back of the head. He's going to have to be careful there. But at the end of the day, Rio Johnson has found the target. He has found the sweet spot. Not a huge effect on Masabryo, known for being a toughster, of course, but Johnson continues to try to really find that home run and knock it out of the park.
He is, and you can see him. He's letting Tristan stalk into him like he's setting up a trap.
Johnson spins. Like you said, really doing damage as Masabryo walks on to potential catastrophe and hazard.
He is, but Tristan is there. That body shot is, I think he's in fear of that body shot. Not in fear, probably the wrong word, but he's respected that body shot now. The body's been weakened by Rio.
Another round. The story may be a little bit different. You're going to go Rio, 1-1?
I'd put it to Rio because I'd say his exchanges had more success than Tristan.
All right,
Woolwich West Arena.
West Arena, it's time for the score reveal. The scores are 1-1. 1-1. It's even with 1 round to go. Woolwich Arena, make some noise! noise!
So we've just found out it's 1-1 scores. So now both fighters know going into the third round, they have to leave it out. One of them has to come out victorious. They will come out victorious. But I think we're going to see a lot more slicing and dicing going into this round 3. We've seen a lot of it in the clinch, but we also seen Rio smacking the body off Tristan in that second round.
Remember, next fight's the winner, so make sure you get behind both fighters for this final round.
Who's going to drop
go.
first onto the knees?
Well, unofficially, we had that 1-1 as well, so it is a unanimous position here between the commentary bench and the judges. Of course, open scoring in effect. That's part of 8 strikes. That's part of the recipe. Tristan Massabrio in the orange corner with that orange tape around those 4-ounce gloves. In the black corner is Rio Johnson, who knows it is a tie affair. It is even Stevens right now. Johnson spins again, goes 360, downward elbow.
Is the win going back to Italy, or is it going to Clacton-on-Sea? I don't know, but Rio Johnson is putting that pace on forward. Tristan is not really coming back with much. I think Rio needs to bring that pace again, because when he does, Tristan is on that back foot. He doesn't have much to give off that back foot.
A nasty elbow there up the middle again. That's one of the loveliest techniques I think that Rio has, is every single time he swaps his feet or changes stances, there's an elbow loading up.
There is, but he collapses on it very well. He can be in any stance, as you said, but he'll find, I don't know what his shoulder's made out of. Big spinning back fist. But yeah, his shoulder must be made of Play-Doh, because he can move his shoulder in ways that I've never seen before.
Well, there is certainly a lot of jeopardy right now.
Blood pouring from the face of Rio,
who has done very well to minimize the impact of that cut, which looked a lot worse on the close-ups in between rounds 1 and 2, but it's not really had a massive effect right now, and there are seconds. The clock is ticking here. Under 2 minutes, approaching the midway point of this round, and Johnson and Massabrio continue to duke it out at close range. I mean, there has literally been, and there was a promise, you know, fighters always talk in promise. There has not been any attempt at retreat.
No.
From either corner.
And even if there is, there's something coming. It's not like they're retreating and doing nothing.
Stiff jab lands from Rio Johnson with a short fencer's jab. And you can see Massabrio just bite down on his gum shield after taking such impact off that left hand.
It's amazing now we're coming into the last minute of the fight. Are we going to see a knockdown? I would love to see one, but I don't think either lads will give it.
45 seconds to go.
The opportunity
Let's go,
to engage here as we literally run towards the finish line. There is a checkered flag somewhere, but both fighters are trying to find daylight here and make some sense of what has been a razor-thin contest. Massabrio continues to look for something upstairs. It's the body shots coming in from Rio Johnson, and indeed that hefty jab where he plants his lead. Rio does so well.
Rio Johnson's corner is telling him forward,
we're in the last 30 seconds. It's all to play for. Come on, Wallach.
By Johnson. Deep breaths. This is for all the marbles here. The co-main event, 8 strikes.
10, 9,
literally as
8,
advertised, seconds.
7,
the referee says
6,
more. The
5,
referee does jumping jacks.
4,
Massabrio.
3, 2,
Johnson
1.
fall into an embrace here at the Woolwich Works. This venue is full, and it is full not only on the seats, but full of applause for